So as you guys know, I enjoy both One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. So the other day I began to think, what would I prefer to have, Haki or Nen? I totally think that a Haki user would get his ass completely kicked by a Nen user. Well, really, it all depends on each individual's skill level and abilities. But in general, I think that Nen is more powerful than Haki. Before I get into the details as to why I think Nen is stronger than Haki, I'll define what Haki is and I'll define what Nen is, and then we'll get into the core of the discussion. So, let's go. So what exactly is Nen? Well, according to Hunter x Hunter Wiki, Nen is a technique that allows a living being to use and manipulate their own life energy. Sometimes this life energy is referred to as aura. Nen is one of the defining sources of power in the Hunter x Hunter universe. Nen teaches one to control their own aura, flow, and utilize the energy. The pores or points on the body from which aura flows out of are called aura nodes. Controlling these aura nodes is the first step to becoming a Nen user. Nen allows its user to enhance the strength of physical attacks or objects, depending on a person's aura type. Nen allows parapsychological abilities to exist in the real world. Things like telekinesis, precognition, superhuman speed, superhuman strength, flight, full control over the natural elements. Any ability that you can think of can probably exist through Nen. You can use Nen to enhance your body in any way, enhance weapons, create weapons, place curses on others. Nen even allows a user to continue to fight after they have died. An individual's potential and abilities are largely dependent on their Nen aura type, and there are 6 types of aura that a person can be born with. There are manipulators, emitters, specialists, enhancers, transmuters, and conjurers. Depending on which aura you're born with, your abilities will mostly correlate to your aura type. So what exactly is Haki? Haki, also known as willpower, is a mysterious power that is found in every living creature in the One Piece universe. Like Nen, most people never learn how to use Haki. There are 3 types of Haki, but it is only possible to learn 2 types. The last type of Haki is only available to those who are born with it, the chosen ones, and that is something like 1 in a million people. To put it in simple terms, Haki is an ability to sense spiritual energy and overpower enemies. Haki allows its user to dominate their opponent using only their sheer willpower. So there are 3 types of Haki: observation Haki, armament Haki, and conqueror's Haki. Observation Haki and armament Haki can be learned by anyone, but conqueror's Haki is the only one that cannot be learned. Conqueror's Haki is only available to those who are born with the ability. Observation Haki allows the user to sense the presence of others, even if they are concealed from view or too far away to naturally see. The user can also use this Haki to predict an opponent's move shortly before they make them, thereby making the attack much easier to evade. Armament Haki allows the user to create a force similar to an invisible armor around themselves. This Haki allows the user to defend against attacks that would otherwise cause them harm. Armament Haki can be infused with weapons such as swords, arrows, and shields to increase their effectiveness. Conqueror's Haki is a rare form of Haki that cannot be attained through training. Only 1 in a million people have this ability. The only way to obtain Conqueror's Haki is to be born with the ability. This type of Haki grants the user the ability to dominate the wills of others. The most common usage in the One Piece series so far is knocking those with weak wills unconscious. So, if I had to choose between learning Haki and learning Nen, I would probably choose Nen. Nen has 2 main advantages over Haki. The first advantage is versatility. Nen can be used to create and develop any sort of supernatural, superhuman ability you can think of. You have characters like Kahlua that can make their Nen imitate electricity. Pito had healing abilities. The Chimera Ant King Miriam could basically read minds. Nove could create artificial dimensions using his Nen. With Nen, you can pretty much create any ability that you can think of. Anything that you can imagine, you can probably create somehow. You are limited by your aura type, But at the same time, even inside your aura type, you have like an unlimited amount of stuff that you can create. You're only limited by your imagination. The second advantage that Nen has over Haki is unpredictability. Nen is very unpredictable. Even if you know a person's aura type, you don't know anything about their abilities, what they can do, their strategies, their fighting style, their fighting techniques. It's like, even if you know, like for example, if you knew that I was a conjurer, okay, you know that I'm capable of conjuring things like maybe I could conjure a weapon, or maybe I can conjure a sword or a shield or something like that, but you don't know the extent of my abilities. I might be able to conjure a Gundam, for example. I mean, maybe that's a bad example, but you might be able to conjure a Gundam and pilot a Gundam. I mean, stuff like that. You could conjure a giant robot with Nen. It's just anything is possible with Nen. Even within each aura type, there's so many different things that you can develop. There's so many different techniques that you can do that it's like, if you fight somebody with Nen, you're just walking into a battle blind. It's like, I don't know what to expect. I really don't know. Anything can happen. Haki is very predictable. We already know that there are only 3 types of Haki, and one form of Haki cannot be learned. Conqueror's Haki cannot be learned. You have to be born with that ability. So the average person won't even have Conqueror's Haki. And that's another problem I have with Haki. You cannot learn the most powerful form of it. Conqueror's Haki, you can't learn it. Haki is more limited compared to Nen and is somewhat predictable. We know that there are 3 types of Haki. Observation, Conqueror's Haki, and Armament Haki. We already know that with Armament Haki, you're going to produce something to either shield your body or enhance a weapon. We know that with Observation Haki, you're going to be able to predict my attacks. And we know that with Conqueror's Haki, you basically can overpower my will. Okay, you're limited by those 3 forms of Haki. Whereas with Nen, no matter which aura type you have, you can pretty much make the best of it. You can go far as you want. You're unlimited. You can do whatever you want. You can even change your aura type. Like I think Kurapika was a conjurer at first, and then later on he can become a specialist when his eyes light up. Even if I compared Nen to Devil Fruit abilities, I would still choose Nen. You do have some powerful Devil Fruit abilities like Sabo's Murmur Fruit and Admiral Kizaru's Pika Pika Devil Fruit. I think it's Glint Glint in English. All of those Devil Fruits that I just named are super powerful, and they will put you at an automatic advantage against most opponents. But the problem that I have with Devil Fruits is that you are weak against seawater. Seawater is your kryptonite. Any reasonably smart fighter will either fight a Devil Fruit user near water or just have some sort of weapon laced with sea stone. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is more powerful, Haki or Nen? If you had to choose one to learn, which one would you choose and why? Leave a comment below. Tell me your thoughts. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it.